on YouTube, what's going on Facebook, Twitter, all those other good joints. Kev from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. All right, and the show has begun. So let's see if the chat is working. Said, yeah, Kev's get ready to yell at mucus. Oh yeah, I'm got to clear the mucus out of my own throat first. Me. Yeah, somebody once said, Kev, sing some Barry White. I can only do it. Gizmo, would you put that ball down? Yeah, I can only do it at certain times when my voice is like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to come out, my darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. Yeah, good old Barry. Sure you're right. Good old Barry. Now, let me know you can hear me. And let me know there's no glitches and popping and stuff in the sound, so we can go ahead and get busy. Somebody said, Gizmo, he's a baller, all right. I tell you, I don't know what I got myself into when I bought him those little squeaker balls. Soon as he got it, he was like, oh, I'm about to make unnecessary noise. Unnecessary noise. I'm here to make noise. That's all he does. He walks around. I love to make noise. Real annoying noise. I'd be like, good grief, would you cut that out? Anyway, sound like you're not trying to learn to play an instrument. Sometimes I'll be hearing beats and stuff. I'll be like, good grief. Anyway, now, if this is your first time to the show, hit that like button, share my videos, follow me on the other platforms. We got us a fun one tonight, y'all. Woo-wee. I'm here to bring joy. So let's continue. Now let me get loose first. Let me clear my throat. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Now, like always, I have to let you know that I have myself a corner store. Yeah, I went out and got me a corner store. So if you can, check out my corner store. And also that, what the heck, did I just repeat that? Anyway, also 330-974-4607 will allow you to stay connected with me just in case some shenanigans take place. We'll all still be able to communicate somehow. At least y'all have a way to check and see where I'm at and all that good stuff. But you can also do that by following me on other social media platforms, especially my alternative channel that appears that we can't crack 1,000. So the name of that channel is Stop and Think About It. I'm watching this show right now on that channel. So if you could subscribe over there, that'd be great. I tried to upload the video I uploaded last night as a standalone to this channel, but for some reason my disc wasn't working. I couldn't transfer the video. But and speaking of that, if you didn't see the video I uploaded last night, it's a pre-uploaded video. YouTube got it stuck at like 800 views. Just 800 views. It's crazy. We'll have more than that by the time this live stream ends. See, that's the crazy part about that. Always some shenanigans coming out of these people, which you can help offset by supporting the channel in multiple ways. So to the store, through donations, through my monthly fundraiser. The link is right below this video. Now, I don't want to harp on that too long because I could go all day long on that, YouTube and their shenanigans. But instead, I want us to revisit a historical event that took place 5 years ago. Yes, that's right. It is the 5th year anniversary of the attack on Jussie Smollett. Yes, we want to go back and rewatch the details that took place on that fateful evening in that very, very cold volar cortex? Volar cortex? Yeah, we want to go back and revisit that and see how it's aged after 5 years. Let's go ahead and relive the fateful moments of Jussie Smollett's attack by MAGA people. Here we go. 5th year anniversary. Jussie Smollett.
More hillbilly racist accent. Right.
Oh, so that's when it was rehearsing.
Yes. Okay. Do it over. Again.
Hey, boy. Answer that from Empire?
Yes, I am. I'm the gay Tupac. What's good?
Well, I didn't get to.
No, the white accent.
Hey, dummy, you gotta use your other
God
accent.
damn that boy. That's it. The one from Empire. Yes.
Hey, this is MAGA country now. You in MAGA country now, nigga.
What? That's right. I am furiously rope around his faster, guy. Come on.
As you can see, they had very difficult times trying to map out the whole script. And of course, this was a hard film. See, they needed lots of effects and graphics and things like that. The cast was always in danger because of the stunts. This was a great feat of cinematography. That's what it was. A great feat. So now we got the stunt doubles. See, those are the stunt doubles. This is the rehearsal. So we got the two stunt doubles right there. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Okay, here we go.
Hey, stop.
Somebody help me.
Like a gay single. Stop
Punch.
screaming. Run away in a direction where you won't be seen.
All right. Get the water and pull on my face, okay? Water my face. Go. Get. Oh! I need to put bleach. Told me. Oh! What the bleach together? Oh! No!
And don't you ever in your goddamn life come to our subway, nigga.
That's right.
Now, don't those white nationalists look pure white? Don't they look like ultra MAGA hat wearing hateful racist white nationalists? Wow. Man, I tell you, this right here is just the reenactment. This is the reenactment right here. They about to get serious with the final cut. So let's just go. Let's see what's going.
We don't like little.
You don't belong here. Cut. Goddamn the plane.
The cast was always interrupted with outside sources like planes flying over in their attempt to finish this masterful piece of work. That's right. So let's continue reliving the events of Jussie Smollett.
Another take. I'm good.
Now the final take. After hard work and months of in and out of rehearsals, they finally got the final take. So let's see how Jussie Smollett's final take ended.
Oh my goodness, is that it?
Do we have to go now? We have to
Break
go now.
now. Real.
Aren't you the man from the Empire show?
That movie?
Yes. Got a problem?
Yeah. Why do you
Doing around here.
Guys, come on. The accent. More white, more racist, hillbilly. KKK.
Okay. Hey, stop right there.
What are you doing in our town?
Aren't you that from Empire?
Yes, I am. I'm the gay Tupac. What's good? What's good?
What the hell?
Wonderful
is going
acting.
on here?
Get more aggressive.
Oh shit! Rope around his
Rope
neck.
around his neck.
Rope around his neck.
Keep it back.
All right.
Oh.
That hurt.
Man, this guy's a genius. Did you see the way Jussie Smollett would never, ever live this down? I wonder what is he doing for money now? Because he's never going to get an acting job again, ever. Okay, because he'd be mocked constantly. He's the butt of all jokes, man. In fact, when we feel like some hoax has been made, we just say, man, I think I'm feeling another Jussie Smollett coming. So now you see this dude come out. First of all, the kind of like gay acting. What's good? What's good? Yes, I am the gay Tupac. What's good? But then he was like, let me fight back. Hilarious, man. Boy, I know Jussie Smollett be laying around watching these things like, man, I'm gonna kill that dude. I can't believe me. But he brought it on himself, y'all. Jussie Smollett brought all of this on himself. You can't go around fooling the people. I don't care what kind of masterful piece you put together. You don't stick this mess out here to divide our country. So let's finish this work of art.
What the hell is this? Pour bleach on his ass.
Let me get the water.
Hurry up.
Please stop doing it, please.
This is MAGA country now.
You don't belong here. We don't
like your gay single ass over here. Don't you ever bring your ass around here, or we'll beat your ass again.
Please don't do it, please.
Hit him one last time to show we're serious. And run away so the cops don't see anything that we already did. All right.
Why? Why me? Why me?
Was that good?
That's good. You guys got Cash App?
No, you told me you call me
Cash App?
Venmo.
Venmo? I said Cash App.
Oh, I get the cash out
You
right
can't
now.
Western Union me because I don't have my papers.
Hilarious. Man, you're right. They should have had Bob there. Bob would have handled it. Yeah. I don't need no dang on rehearsal, man. I've been doing this for years. Beating up on black folks, man. All right, just say action. Let's go. Yeah, you ain't got to pay me to do this. Gonna beat your butt for free. So now you see Jussie Smollett has become the butt of all jokes. And it's been 5 years. And so I want to also at least give a second to allow the two men, the two white nationalists, the MAGA hat wearing ultra MAGA folks that decided to come out in a very cold night and somehow was able to recognize Jussie Smollett as that black gay actor from Empire, even though they never watched the show ever. And Jussie Smollett should have been wrapped like a mummy, considering how cold it was. But you know, when you got that white nationalist vision, you can see through all kind of clothing and things like that. See, it's like X-ray vision. It's like X-ray vision. It comes with your white privilege. It's built in. It's built into your white privilege. So these white nationalists use their X-ray white privilege eyes to see right through all of whatever he had to cover his face up and said, that looks like that white gay dude from Empire, man. Let's go over and beat his tail. Oh, and they just happened to be carrying around some rope in the middle of the night with bleach. There you go. So let's interview them so they could retell the moments how it all occurred 5 years after Jussie Smollett was attacked. Here we go.
I saw him out the corner of my eye, and I was like, okay, that's him.
Now it's obvious that these two white nationalists been tanning. See, they've obviously been laying on the beach for quite some time, and apparently somehow made their hair a lot kinkier and coarse. I'm sure. Wow, these are fascinating disguises.
Go. Gotta go get this Empire shit. Yeah, that's him.
Look at the dude on the right. He's walking like a real gorilla right there. My man, but look, I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt. I don't interrupt him retelling the events of that fateful night.
That's him. Is that him?
That's that Nick.
Is that Nick?
Get that Nick.
Oh, he's moving fast. Come on, let's get him.
Get that Nick.
Let's get him. As we crossed the street, we said hey to get his attention.
Hey Nick.
Hey! He turned around, looked at us, and that's when we started yelling the famous slurs he wanted us to yell. Hey!
Aren't you that Empire?
Empire fat Nick! It's MAGA country!
This MAGA country, look how they walk. It's MAGA. Man, these white nationalists got some swag. I mean, they're not walking straight and erect like most white guys. They up here swaying. Like, yeah, let's get him. Let's get him. Now, I know that body language. That's the black folks' body language when people about to fight. Come on, man. Yeah, let's get him. That don't look like no two. See, white guys got a different fight walk. It's just straightforward. Come on. Black dudes be like, no, hex no. See, I know. So now you got these two big, strong, very dark-skinned, kinky-haired white nationalists on their way to attack Jussie Smollett.
And then he said, what did you say to me? And then that's when I threw the first punch at him. I held the blow because I didn't want to hurt him.
Yeah, because he's fragile. Yeah. You can't, really throw a hard punch to Jussie Smollett because size of these dudes right there would have broke his whole jaw. But then again, he is the gay Tupac. He should have been able to launch a counterattack, right? Scratching and biting and poking. Yeah, things like that. But I guess his technique and style wouldn't have had nothing on these two big white nationalists right here. So now, these two guys reliving it. Boy, I tell you, as they're describing it, it's very disturbing. Very disturbing. Now, you know what's crazy about this? How in the world did they think they can get away with this? These guys walk away squeaky clean. Jussie Smollett should be in somebody's prison right now. He's still, as far as I know, they have not thrown him in prison. These dudes right here, I guess they got paid by Jussie Smollett, and then when they told on him, they, scot-free. But to stage a fake hoax and hate crime like that, is malicious, and you should pay the price. It's no different than the crazy chick trying to get all of Trump's money. When you come out and you make statements and accusations that can destroy a person's life, and then there seems to be no consequences when it comes out that you've been lying, that only encourages other people to take a shot. If you could take a free shot at getting paid from a rich person, and even if it fails, you just walk away, everybody be taking that shot. This should be a gamble. It should be, you know what? I'm going to roll the dice. Either I'm going to win this case and make a lot of money, or I'm going to lose it and go to jail. Once you start seeing some people make these type of accusations, do these types of hoaxes, and they start going to the slammer, actual slammer, not like Jussie Smollett is running around somewhere still. And then the crazy chick talking to Anderson Pooper like, yes, you're very fascinating to talk to. I don't look at the R word as I think it's sexy. Most people think it's sexy. And you want us to believe this woman's worth getting $83 million? You got to be kidding me, man. So when all of these lies come out, these people should be thrown in the slammer. What that would do would discourage other people from doing this crap. You know how many hoaxes, these fake racist hoaxes that are popping up all over the place, because it gives some type of legitimacy, in the minds of simple-minded people to the narrative that white supremacy and white nationalism is the greatest threat to the homeland. And it's all being perpetrated and pushed by powerful people in our government and in our society that know they can use this as a weapon of convenience when they want to target certain groups of people, they want to label certain groups of people, and they encourage this kind of crap. They encourage it because soon as it happens, they jump on the bandwagon and they come out there talking about somebody said, why you wearing sunglasses, Kev? You must be a first-time watcher. I've been wearing sunglasses for years. My eyes are bad. They're getting bad because I work on a computer screen constantly. And actually, I had a physical today, and they checked my eyes. I'm getting worse with far side? Your far side, if you can't see things up close. I have 20/20 vision. 20/20 vision. And unfortunately, after looking at computer screens and all that stuff, it's killing me. So all these lights and all of that stuff, I got to protect them. It's the only ones I got. It's the only ones I got. Now, so getting back to this, when you look at how the society encourages these type of victims where they just come up with crap, and then all of a sudden they're talking about I'm a victim, and this and that, and then everybody jumps on the bandwagon and they start coming up with banners, and everybody changes their status on Facebook and justice for Jussie and all of that mess. And then it comes out to be a hoax. Nothing happens. These people, they don't come out and apologize, because it doesn't just come with them jumping on the bandwagon to support the person. It also comes with them jumping on the bandwagon to demonize the people. Even if it was one person who did this to a gay person or black person, they don't just say, let's jump on the bandwagon to demonize that person. It's this right here is a symptom of a greater problem, white supremacy. That's what they want. They use these situations to blanketly attack large groups of people. So that's why a price needs to be paid. When this happened, I felt like this dude right here, what he really did is he set all of us up. All of the MAGA folks, all of the Trump supporters, what he was trying to do was not entrap us, but he was trying to set us up. Yeah, this dude was creating such the false narrative about all of the MAGA folks, where I'm saying, you know what? You trying to set us up. That means every time somebody walk around, see somebody with a MAGA hat on, the first thing they'd be thinking about, well, those two MAGA hat wearers jumped Jussie Smollett. So these people right here, they got to go. And so I don't care about his 5-year anniversary. See, I'm going to celebrate the stupid stuff that the left did and have an anniversary to celebrate it, just to keep us, sharp when it comes down to seeing what these people have done to our country these last 6-8 years or so. But they're going to do their stupid stuff too, like trying to celebrate the J6 thing every year. Stupid stuff. They celebrate stuff that didn't happen, that they concoctioned, that they promoted and that they propped up as a, life-changing occurrence that took place in the United States that will change us forever and all of this stuff that we were responsible for creating. But then all of the stuff that happened and they got exposed, they don't say nothing about that. We should start celebrating all of that stuff. Let's celebrate crooked Hillary Clinton day of purchasing the fake phony dossier. Yeah. Let's celebrate creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe's crackhead son when we first found out the laptop was real. It's laptop day, y'all. It's laptop. Yeah, it's creepy laptop day. We should start celebrating all of the hoaxes and all of the fake narratives that they have come up with throughout the 5 years. So dang on it, make me mad. Speaking of creepy, let's get back to creepy, y'all, because he's creepier than ever, y'all. Let's see what he's doing out there on that campaign trail trying to win. Trying to win some type of election. He know he can't do that.
I was asked by the mayor of Philadelphia to arrest him and take him back to Philly, but I can't do that. 24 seasons. The only head coach in NFL history. Yep.
Holy moly. So now he's to the point, y'all, where he's running all his letters together. Only head coach in NFL history. Okay. See, because Joe, he's so streamlined and proficient, he don't have time to announce each syllable. See, that's for common folks, man. That's for common folks. Only NFL history. Hey, run that mess together.
The only head coach in NFL history with at least 100 wins. So, for example, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, by the deep family ties and heritage and the values reflected in the NHBI.
Well, we found his weakness, y'all. So he take real words and he don't separate the letters. He run all those together. He'll take a real word and just run it all together. Then he'll take an acronym and can't read the acronym. There it is. So now he's trying to get these acronyms off. And I'm saying, what are you doing, Joe? Why don't you stop for a second, take your time, and look at each letter. We got to go back to the childhood days. A. What's the next one, Joe? A. Good. There you go. Keep going. But here we go. I. You see that dismount? When he starts thinking it up on that teleprompter, he's like, all right, let me go ahead and try to pull a dismount. Let me do something to act like, oh, y'all, I meant to say that. I never forget. I was in like 7th grade and I wasn't a strong reader at the time. And we had an old history teacher who she didn't like teaching. You could tell. She's like, I just want to get through the rest of this 2 or 3 years left so I can retire. I don't even know. She could have retired. She's about 70 at the time. So she would just sit at her desk and make us read paragraphs. All right, you read. She had a deep voice. Read paragraph 1, start. So I'm sitting there scared to death. I'm not even focused on what they're reading because I'm trying to figure out what paragraph I'm going to have to read. So I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right. I'm going to be on the 9th one. So I'm sitting there pre-reading my paragraph, waiting for it to become my turn. Man, it became my turn. I start reading and I stumbled across a word that I had never seen. I knew the word, but I'd never seen the word written. And so I'm like, yes, his Napu and himself was, and everybody was like, Napu. They all busted out laughing. Even Miss Lynch with no sense of humor, dry face, she kind of smiled. This is the best she could do. And the kids was rolling. And I'm like, what? I had no idea. Yeah, had no idea. They said, what the heck is a Napu? I said, I don't know. That the word says Napu. They're like, nephew, man, nephew. I knew that. Y'all ain't think I knew that? I said that so y'all can laugh. No, I didn't. I had no idea what that word was. Straight read it off the top of the dome. Napu. They cracked up to this day, man. I'll be like, oh, every time I see the word, I get it. Oh, that word embarrassed me in the 7th grade. So Joe gets these embarrassments every single day. Every single day, man. So he's reading, he gets in trouble, then he pulls the dismount, and then he tries to act like, oh, I knew that. Or I was joking. Or I. These are tactics that you use to cover up for your flaws. It's You've been embarrassed. That's what it is. You've been embarrassed, so now you got to go ahead and joke it off.
The AA, NH, and PI community.
MSII, crooked letter I, humpback. He's all over the place. Right now, he's just dragging in any letter that pops up in his head.
Stumble over myself here. And all the way from, I was just up at IBM. The IBM plan. And part of that effort includes recognizing outstanding HBCUs student scholars.
What? HBCUs is student scholars. See, now he's going to go ahead and try to jump on some pandering for the HBCUs scholars. Here we go.
HBCUs. Bright Horizons, alongside with hundreds of YMCA locations.
You mean to tell me you couldn't get the Y? Dang on it, they wrote a song about it, Joe. When in doubt, all you got to do is go, all right, wait, what did that song say at the YMCA? I want to see you at the YMCA. That's all you got to do, Joe. Just remember the song. YMCA. Unbelievable.
And will significantly ramp up IRS enforcement. As president, I signed legislation extending those benefits to firefighters who are permanently disabled and the families of firefighters who die after experiencing trauma like PTSD.
PTSD. You sound like you got some PTSD. Sound like you took a severe blow to the head, man. Every year of your life. Bing, bing, bing. Every year of your life to get to this point. PTSD, PYT, a pretty young thing. I want to love you. So now, here's Joe out here trying to talk about some PTSD, and he's going to give it a shot. Maybe he'll get it right before it's over.
PSD, like PSD. PSD doesn't also only occur in the military battlefield. Today, to lead and support the dedicated men and women of the AFT, for the AFT to hire agents, AFT agents, to lead the AFT to you, AFT.
Boy, man, see, I'm telling y'all got to get me on MSNBC, CNN, somewhere like that. All right, because see, I'm going prepared. I'm going with ammunition. That's right. I'm walking up in that bad boy, and I'll have a montage cued. I want to sit on Mika and Joe's set. I'm here to talk about the condition, mentity of President Trump versus Biden. Okay. Yes. How could you support President Biden? I mean, Trump, rather. Look at all the gaffes he made. I mean, he mistaked Hillary Clinton and Nikki Haley. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Okay. So here we go. I want you to just watch this. And I will show a montage of all the stuff we're seeing. And I will say, now justify that, please. Justify it. See, what is true international depression? What is that? Have you ever found community college? See, these are things that I would love for them to explain. Yeah, but they don't show that mess on their shows. That's why I got to show it on mine.
To serve as the director of the AFT, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
That's one of my favorite. The Bureau of Alcohol and Firearms. Okay, so he's going to get that right, I'm sure.
Alcohol, tobacco,
Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Unbelievable.
Firearms. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco.
The Bureau of Alcohol, and this is hilarious, man. I was watching this last night while I was putting it together and laughing all by myself in my room. I know Gizmo was like, he's crazy. Hold on, let's see it again. I like the alcohol.
AFT agents.
Alcohol crane.
The AFT to you, AFT.
ABST.
To serve as the director of the AFT, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
Can't get right. Joe can't get right. No getting right from him because he's all wrong. 3 strikes, y'all, and he's out. So let's see. Here we go.
That's what the UAW is all about, and it's always been that way.
He got one.
Just after the UAW was founded.
Oh, God. Just right after he got one right. UAW, and then ran it back. The UAW. So wait, he wasn't saying W. He was really saying double. Oh, you ain't double. Yeah, that double Dutch.
Folks, that's what the UAW is all about, and it's always been that way. Just after the UAW was founded nearly 90 years ago, hello, Virginia.
Uh-oh. I can't believe they sent this man out on the campaign trail. Can't believe they sent him out on the campaign trail. Because all he does is causes controversy back at the White House that Black Gay Drop has to answer for.
And the real governor, Terry McAuliffe.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
Why did the president say, hello, Virginia, and the real governor, Terry McAuliffe?
He was making a joke about Terry. He was making a
What's the
joke. He was, I mean, if you play it back, it's...
Yeah, what was the joke? I mean, we're going to look at Joe's body language again, because maybe we missed it. Now, we all know that Democrats really can't make jokes because they're so scripted and tight and methodical and evil. Evil has a hard time joking and being funny. See, evil's never funny. You ever seen Jason make a joke off of Friday 13th? Nah, it wouldn't land. It wouldn't land. You don't see Michael Myers making jokes, dang on it. Hey, did you watch The Exorcist? That chick spinning around her head and stuff, spitting up green stuff. No time for jokes in between. No time for jokes between that green vomit. So here, this guy makes this statement and she wants us to think it was a joke. First of all, the crowd didn't even laugh like that. But secondly, let's look at his body.
It's clearly that the president was making a joke.
What's the joke?
He was making a joke about McAuliffe's previous term as governor.
The real governor, Terry McAuliffe.
How are you guys?
Where's the smile? No, I'm just kidding. Nothing? The real governor, dead serious. Real governor, Colonel McCollum. Nothing. If it was a joke, people was confused in the audience. They're like, huh? Shit, I mean, let's just give him the golf clap because we don't know if that was a joke or is he serious. So that man threw that out there. Now, whether he was joking or not, this is a national crisis. This right here is an existential threat to our democracy. You can't even be out there joking about election denial. Not even joking, according to them.
It's going to convince people, though, that this idea of denying election results is very bad if President Biden is going out and making jokes like this.
He did not deny. He did not deny it.
Oh, he did not deny it. The man just straight came out and said this dude was the real governor of Virginia. So what does that mean when you say that? So do you have to deny it after you make a statement? And he didn't retract it. He didn't joke. He didn't say, I'm just kidding. He didn't do none of that. He just left it open-ended. There it is. The real governor of Virginia. Well, let's move on. Any questions about that? No, let's go. Let's move on.
You've had opportunities to work closely with the governor over the past couple of years. And, this is a president that works across the aisle. We've seen that.
Clean it up, Black Gay.
And he was making a joke.
Boy, I tell you, now she didn't realize she was really becoming a janitor. Yeah, when she got offered that job, all right, you're going to be cleaning up all of Joe Biden's gaffes and stupid statements, okay? Yeah, take the mop off your head and use it on the floor. Use it on the floor, Black Gay. You got to mop up all of this mess. So here she is trying to convince us that he was just not joking. And I'm saying, I don't think he was joking. That man didn't crack a smile or nothing. So she is now saying that, hey, look, we work with the real governor. Come on. You know what I'm saying? But do you know how disrespectful that is to the real governor? I wouldn't want to work with you if I'm watching you in my state come in here talking about the real governor of Virginia. Next time you call me, I'll be on the toilet every single time. Can I speak to the governor? He's on the toilet again. Yeah, everybody's computer, every phone would have a sticker. If Biden calls, here's the response, on the toilet. It'll get to the point where they would call and be like, let me guess, he's on the toilet. Yeah, absolutely. How'd you know that? I would never take his calls because he just straight disrespected this dude. Talking about that this dude is the real governor. Unreal. Now she got to go ahead and try to explain this. Get that mop off your head. Clean it up.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm Joe Biden's husband and Kamala's running mate.
See? That's what I mean. Jokes do not land with Democrats. How many times do you say that stupid joke and nobody laughs? How many times you got to say, don't jump? How many times you going to say it? You're not a person who could come off the top of the head, hit a joke, read the audience, all of that stuff.
Kidding aside. We'll teach Donald Trump.
Kidding aside, and nobody even laugh. They all sit there like, and the bad part, he says it so much, you don't know if he is kidding. I'm Jill Biden's husband. Sometimes I'm Joe Biden's husband.
A valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Yes, Joe. Yes. There we go. So don't mess with the women go America unless you want to get the benefits. There you go, Joe. I know Jill, man, be sitting there like, God. Okay, it's okay. He's going to be gone soon. I'll have all the rest of the money to myself. That's why I'm in it. I got to remind myself why I'm in this, Jill. You're going to be rich all by yourself. You can remarry. You're not too young. You're not too young to start over and have real passion and love and not be a babysitter. Because that's exactly what she is. She probably every day be like, Joe, you still okay? You still okay? You feel, okay. Okay. Yeah, you sure? Oh, boy. So let's continue because he's talking about the America.
China's determined to dominate that market with EV predominantly made in China and Chinese jobs.
Chinese jobs. Yeah, Chinese jobs.
The previous administration was content to sit in the sidelines and let China take all these jobs. But I won't let that happen.
This dude is a liar. Did you hear that? The previous administration, I heard it through the mumble and the slurs. But now what he's trying to say is that, Trump, he let China take our jobs. I'm going, what are you talking about? Do you understand how many jobs came back to the U.S. because of Trump? I mean, he made it very hard for jobs to leave our country to go over there. He started hitting China with tariffs. And so that incentivized jobs to stay here in the United States. This guy comes over here and does everything opposite, and I have to expose him as we go.
I will not.
You're not.
But guess what? I'm going back to that. We build in America, we buy America.
You big liar in America. That's what you are. You're a liar in America. We build in America, we're a liar in America. So now, how are we going to do that, Joe? When you're pushing all of this stupid climate agenda and getting on board with the electric cars and you want all of this stuff done, and who is going to be supplying all that? You remove the tariffs off of China. You take them back to the original way where they were pimping us on trade. So you think that's going to give companies incentive to stay here? I helped well, I won't say it's a friend. I helped a family who developed a really cool product. You know, it was a little wristwatch. It was a potty training timer wristwatch. And the character on the watch was named Potty Waddy. And when the bell would ring, they'd set the timer. And the timer would, buzz. And the watch would start singing, it's potty time, it's potty time, it's potty time for me. It's potty time, number one or number... Wait, no, it's potty time for you. Then he said, it's potty time, number one or number two. And it came with a little book. So this is probably about 15 years ago. So we helped develop the product. The engineer said we could send it to get it produced in China. So the mother was like, no, I want our stuff made in America. I said, okay, cool. Do you understand the difference in the price? When I came back and told her how much it would have cost to be made in America, she was, oh, no, we're going to have to make it in China. It was like $1.50. It was $2.50 a unit from China. Here, it was like $8 a unit. China was killing us on the tariffs. They were like, we can go ahead, make the product for y'all in bulk, ship it, because we ain't even got to pay no taxes when it coming to your port. It's coming to your port. But when we sell to China, we get hit with all kind of stupid stuff. We were getting pimped out, and it made it impossible for her to even do business in the U.S. Trump comes along, tries to balance all of that. And so this guy right here, he does everything to unravel that. So he removes all the tariffs, and he's doing this in every area. He's unlabeling certain groups of people as domestic terrorists, just making it easy. Taking all restrictions off of the border. He's making everything run like slop. So now, get rid of the tariffs, because probably that $1.5 billion deal he had to repay for cheat. And then don't allow our companies here to build and produce products to support the garbage that you're pushing into society. So let's kill fracking, let's kill drilling, all of that. So now the car industry, that is developing these batteries and stuff have to still rely on who? China. As he's talking about, made in America. Well, if that's the case, let's get some iron and nickel and or whatever else we need to make sure that if we are going to build anything, we're using our own resources to do it. So now, if you get us all hooked on battery-operated cars, which they are garbage, but you get us hooked on that mess, and then one day China gets mad. Joseph Biden, we no longer will be providing the batteries to your cars. Good luck. All of us have to sit back and be fighting over batteries, trying to charge it. This is ridiculous, but they're trying to push it, and the things that they're pushing, we have to rely on other countries to do it. And here he is bragging about something. Hey, we're going to build it in America. We're gonna.
You all know my position.
Yeah, I do know your position.
I'm tired. I've tried.
You are tired.
I'm tired about jobs going overseas.
Shut up. You're just tired. You see, he needs a nap right now. I'm not used to campaigning on air. I'm used to complaining, not campaigning. So here I am, not enforcing me out of the basement. I was wanting to take a nap. All of this ice cream. What did I say again? Yeah, sniffing something. Sniffles. So now he's up there really slurring his words.
Having product shipped to... Look.
Let me be clear about this.
Oh.
A great majority of our members will not vote for President Biden. Yes, some will. But that's the reality of this. The majority of our members are going to vote their paychecks.
My bipartisan infrastructure law is building a network of 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations all across America.
That stink. First of all, bipartisan participation about 5,000. Now, we all seen what's happening over the last couple of weeks when it got cold. All of those charging stations did nothing. Couldn't work. All of the folks that bought those cars with batteries didn't realize, what do you mean it doesn't work real good in the snow when it's cold? What? It's harder to charge then? It takes longer? Folks was furious. I saw a report where they were out at the charging stations and cars all over the place. And they're interviewing people and they go, man, this mug sucks. Man, I got places to be. This mug won't even charge. I don't want that mess. I don't want to have to rely on a charging station. I want to be able to pull in with my big fat man truck, get out, and pump my own gas while I'm looking at somebody with a Prius smiling. As they're calling me a climate killer. And look at that guy over there pumping that big old truck. And then before I go, blow smoke in their face. Boom, 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 boom. Pull off. I wanted to be like, he's a jerk. That's right. So let's continue. Because this guy wanted us all driving little remote control cars.
Install by your brothers and sisters in the IABW.
Oh, go ahead. Install by your brothers and sisters. Boy. He's painful and funny at the same time to watch.
That's it. The UAW's been expanding its reach to workers in auto plants and from auto plants to casinos. Poor Joe. Poor Joe. But I don't care. I don't care about poor Joe. Because they don't care about poor us, the U.S. Lord and Ruth ordered to organize a sit-down in the factory.
Lord and Ruth ordered to organize a sit-down in the factory.
Did y'all hear that? Sit down in the factory. That just jumped up to one of the top 10 of I don't know what the heck Joe's statements were. All right, hold on. Okay, here we go. I don't think we get a translation on this. He didn't use words. They were all R's. They were sounds, not words. Joe just made a word out of sounds, y'all. Word out of sound. If that's possible, watch it.
To conceit casinos.
Okay,
Lord and Ruth ordered to organize a sit-down in the factory.
Lord and Ruth ordered to organize a sit-down in the factory.
Roll down in the factory. All syllables. Boy. And they still got this dude out on the campaign trail. and saying that, yep, that's what sounds just like Scooby. Sit down in the factory. That's all I got out the end.
Because of you.
Because of you.
Toyota, Volkswagen, Nissan, Tulsa all gave their workers double-digit raises.
Double-digit raises. Because of you.
Shrinkflation. You see that article about the Snickers bars?
What?
Well, it's going to stop. America, we're tired of being played for suckers.
Where did that come from? He must have been thinking about a Snickers bar. You see that commercial about a Snickers bar? Because I let it get me one right now because I like chocolate. You know I like chocolate? I like chocolate. Chocolate chip to be exact. Yeah, but wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be talking, but come on, Joey. You know what? Americans are tired of being suckers. Speaking of sucker, I want a sucker right now. You remember those blow pops you used to get when you used to unwrap them and they had the bubble gum in the middle and you shoot the bubble gum and sometimes it gets stuck on my legs. And when the bubble gum gets stuck on my legs, then the kids like to pull the bubble gum off my legs because the hair would rise up and everything, you know. And then sometimes we have a bubble gum fight. All kind of stuff. No idea where these random thoughts are coming from. That man just talked about a Snickers bar. And then came back to Americans are tired of being what? I mean, he makes no sense.
Well, it's going to stop. America, we're tired of being played for suckers.
We're being played for suckers right now listening to you. Somebody say he's speaking in tongues. Yeah, some evil ones too. But yeah, that's what's happening. They have been playing their voters for suckers forever. And they're trying to play us for suckers, but it's against our will. We're fighting it. It's just they got the power to do it. And it burns me up. That's why we got to get him out of there. We can't have this sucker running our country right here. Okay? He's the real sucker. Shoot. Take me back to the pimp days. Look here, sucker. Look here, man. Start calling him those. The polite enunciation of it. Sucker. So let's continue.
Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
When he was commander-in-chief.
Another lie.
Refused to visit a cemetery, U.S. cemetery outside of Paris for fallen American soldiers. And he referred to those heroes, and I quote, as suckers and losers. He actually said that. He said that. How dare he say that?
Did he?
How dare he talk about my son and all of us best like that?
No, he actually didn't say that, you enormous liar. But you're watching him these days, you wonder if he even knows he's lying.
No idea.
Someone else is writing those lines, and I wonder if he has any full comprehension of what they are getting him to say.
He doesn't. He doesn't. See, and that's the sad part about it. I think he has pockets, but somebody probably put that right in the teleprompter, and nobody even stops him. Where's Peter Ducey, man? See, I watch him so much that I would be, every single word, I would be asking Black Gay Drop about. Over the weekend, President Biden said that President Trump said that the World War I soldiers were suckers, and that's been provably false. Is there a reason why he's out here saying this? I would show her the transcript of when he said, sounding like a hound dog. Sounded like a hound dog. Whole bunch of R's. I'll be like, could you tell us or explain? Because we're just wanting for our own records. We want to know what is. What does that word mean, Black Gay? And see her take that mop off and go to work again. No way you can explain a whole bunch of R's. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Hound all the time. You ain't nothing but hound dog. That's all he is. Well, we ain't never cut a rabbit and he ain't no friend of mine. Now let's continue my Elvis break.
I'm proud to announce.
Okay, what?
$1 billion with bipartisan infrastructure.
Oh, God. First of all, I was scared that he wasn't going to make it past the billion. 1 billion. Trillion. No, Joe. No, don't go back down. Okay, wait. 1 billion, Joe. I can't say it. No. 1 billion cut. No, not. There's no word. 1 billion. Gotta do it. Sorry. 1 billion, trillion. Billion, quadrillion, million. So he got past the billion, quadrillion, million part, but now he's at the. Okay. We got another conjammed word. Bipartisan. Here we go.
Bipartisan infrastructure law will be used to build.
Bipartisan law will be used to do what?
Build this new bridge. Look, 14 million new jobs since I became president. 169 new jobs in Wisconsin. My professor,
sleepy
I
time.
won't get to my professor.
Can't read that teleprompter.
Well, look, my predecessor, though. And by the way, used to make beer brewed here. It is used to make the brew beer in this refinery.
That's a new favorite. That's a new favorite.
Ryder, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder what it's called.
Yeah, that's a new favorite right there.
Refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes.
Earth Rider. He got caught up with them R's again. Them R's. There it is. That hound dog came out. Man, I would seriously embarrass the press secretary every day. That would be I would be the embarrassment guy. I would follow everything that this man says that sounds like this. And I'd be like, all right, Black Gay, I got another question. Let me guess, Kevin. It's one of Joe Biden's words. Yeah, I need to know. I'm sorry. Because like for me to do the homework, I need to know what these words mean. So what does mean? Right there. Okay, so I mean, I'm just being serious. She would hate me. She'd be like, I know this dude is in here making fun of me, making me embarrassed.
Well, look, my predecessor, though. And by the way, used to make beer brewed here. It is used to make the brew beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes.
What was Woolworth Rider thanks to the Great Lakes meant? Huh, Black Gay Drop? Woolworth Rider thanks to the Great Lakes. Woolworth Rider. Wow.
I wonder what it's called.
We did it, Joe.
Did y'all see him trying to show he's just regular Joe? I'm just Joe from Scranton, and I'm down with all of the union workers and stuff like that. Are you, Joe? You don't even know how to put on a hat.
Oh,
look at the hat.
Ryder, thanks for the Great Lakes.
Watch this.
I wonder what it's called.
We did it.
Look at that idiot. He got the hat to the back. Being that I am the kind of creep that I am. So here's Creepy trying to blend in with the common folks. And let me put one of the hats on. They probably put it on him just to make him look stupid. How you put it on? Like this, Mr. Biden. Oh, okay, that feels good. All of them hitting each other like... So Joe takes a picture with the hat on backwards, and then when people questioned it and was laughing at him, then Snopes, who works for the Democrats, tried to come out and say it was a lie and got blasted so badly that they had to finally come out and tap out and say, all right, fine. The hat was on backwards. So this man don't even know how to put the hat on backwards. And that might be explaining why we heard a whole bunch of but don't worry. Chameleon Kamala Harris to the rescue, though, because she said, we did it. We did it, Joe.
So you're right. We have a lot of accomplishments. And I think what the American people want most in their leaders is that we actually get things done. And we have done it. We haven't taken adequate credit for it,
right,
frankly. And we got to do a better job of getting the word out about what we have accomplished and who did it.
Who did it? Is it a creep of mine? So now they said they got to get the word out better about what they did and who did it. So no better person to do that than James Clyburn, the one that helped Creepy Sleepy win North Carolina. So tell us, man, give us the message so we can buy into Bionomics.
What did he do? He created what we call the little sort of, that act. What? A lot of people wonder what it's about to repair what was wrong.
Huh? See, this is Democrat governing. Yeah, man, their whole party is trash. They operate, man, like just straight. Oh, God. It's funny how they manipulated and finagled their way into power. So let me understand the big selling point that you're supposed to be touting to change everybody's mind. You don't even know it. Don't know what they did. See, these are the people who pass bills, don't read them. just get their talking points and just get out there and say stuff. Not familiar with the stuff at all. So now this guy's out here trying to tell us that, man, yeah, look at all the good things Joe has done. And he don't even know. He don't even know
what we have accomplished and who did it.
And what did he do?
What did he do?
He created what we call
what?
The little sort of, that act.
That act.
A lot of people wonder what it's about.
And you wonder what it's about. You can't even explain it. You don't even know what it's called. Talking about some the act. What it do?
To repair what was wrong.
That's what the act was there to do. Whatever act he's talking about. The act that was there to repair what was wrong. That's like Joe Biden said, we got to get things in place where orders where there were shortages of. Their whole party, man. Clowns. And we're about to see another clown in a few minutes.
Details of the new contract between UPS and its union, an agreement that averted a potential strike. The union representing more than 340,000 package carriers. By the end of this tentative 5-year deal, the average UPS driver will be earning $170,000 a year in pay and benefits. The contract also includes an increase in starting pay for part-time workers from a little over $16 to
maybe Joe didn't do so bad, y'all.
Democrats, we are delivering.
Look at that. Look at that. That's
Actually,
great.
we are delivering big time.
Big time. I'm on my way. I'm faking it. Big time. Big time. I'm gonna fake it. Yeah. So she said, we delivered big time. So yeah, UPS drivers knew 170 grand. Man, I better rush out right now and put in my application. I don't mind driving that big old UPS truck. Hey, aren't you Kevin from Kevin's Corner? Yep, here's your package. I'm making $170 a year. However, of course when the Democrats put their hands on things, nothing lasts. It was a temporary fix.
America is back.
UPS plans to cut 12,000 jobs this year after seeing a slump in demand. The package delivery giant saying the layoffs will save the company $1 billion in costs. This announcement comes after UPS reported decreased revenue in the final 3 months of last year as shipping volume shrank across the U.S. and internationally.
We've done a lot of good work. We need to let people know who brung it to them.
Y'all did.
It's also struggling with higher labor costs, and it's thinking about selling its Coyote truck brokerage business. UPS joined several other companies in announcing layoffs in the new year, including Macy's, Amazon, Google, Meta, and Wayfair.
Wow! That took a turn for the left real quick. So yeah, all your little accomplishments were snatched away because it's hard for a company to prosper in this economic environment. There's other factors that would make it even tougher for them to operate. Because, if UPS, they might have a little nest egg, they might start paying their people, and then all of a sudden, you get the inflation is so high, other people aren't buying and ordering, and UPS ain't shipping. So they're going to have to adjust to whatever else is going on. So, yeah, it might have looked good at first, that, look how much we're paying them. And next it's like, well, wait a minute, everybody else around us is struggling, which is going to make us lose money because they're not going to be using our services as much. And it's going to become a ripple effect throughout our economics situation. And so that's exactly what happened. And you got all kind of other companies responding to that as well. So now they can't even brag about that. So we got layoffs, not only with UPS, but a whole bunch of other people. But you know what? Don't worry, because that's what?
That's Bidenomics in action.
That's right. That's Bidenomics in action, y'all. Woo-wee. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want none of that bionics. I don't want none of that Bidenomics and stuff. I don't want that mess. Keep that mess where you got it, okay? I don't want you bringing it out here to our economy because we've seen what it's done. So they don't really have anything to ride in on for 2024 except for what? Racism and abortion and women's reproductive rights. So what about the economy? What? I made a quadrillion jobs. Now, that's provably a lie. Okay, I'm always lying anyway, so what? Nobody fact checks me most of the time. So now, remember this, y'all. Let's get to this real quick because something bad happened to another Democrat, and I enjoy it. Remember Trump said this?
Now, in an outrageous abuse of power, the radical Democrat Congress illegally obtained and leaked my personal tax returns, which show only that I've had tremendous success. It's been an amazing period of time. The seizure of these confidential records was completely unconstitutional. There is no legitimate legislative purpose for their action.
Because, see, everything goes with Trump. You know, get his tax returns, invade his crib, Mar-a-Lago. Let's just treat him, not even like a regular citizen. Let's not even treat him like a regular citizen. You got regular folks out there that have a better, stronger case if the IRS and leaked their taxes, or if the FBI invaded their crib, like the stupid stuff they did down at Mar-a-Lago. They would probably take more time and preparation before they do that with a regular person than they did with Trump. So here's Trump saying this was a bunch of bullcrap, only for them to find out that he was too legit to quit.
And if you look at what they've done, it's so sad for our country.
We're following breaking news. The former IRS contractor who leaked former President Trump's tax records has just been sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Ding dong, the crook is gone, the crook is gone. 5 big fat ones. So wait a minute. I bet you somebody in the IRS, a real skinny, slimy, liberal soy boy, probably did it thinking he would become a hero.
38-year-old Charles Littlejohn
Here he is.
pleaded guilty in
Little John. Little John. There's the soy boy right there. There's that liberal hiding amongst those IRS agents that probably thought I'm gonna be a hero. Yeah, this white nationalist, we can't let him. I'm fighting against him. You know what I'm probably going to become? I'll get a movie or something like that made out of this situation. I'll be like, what's the dude? Joe Snowden, brother. I'll be like Snowden.
October, that's him on the right alongside his lawyer. Little John also leaked the tax returns of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk.
And did you ever hear the expression, Trump was right about everything? Yep. If you look back, I don't want to brag here, but I've been right about everything.
Oh, take a brag lap. Take a brag lap, Trump. You deserve it. When you're batting 100, why not gloat a little bit? So now, this Pop-Tart Little John is going to be spending his time in the big house. I'm Little John, but in the big house. So, is it worth it?
Judge Anna Reyes called Little John's crime the biggest heist in IRS history and said he deserved the maximum sentence she could impose, in part because he targeted a sitting president.
And he don't look like he's built tough. I'm sure he don't want to spend no real time in the big house. Hey, Little John, if that is your real name, come over here and sit with us. I don't know. I'm okay over here. I said, come over here and sit with us. Bring your food, too. I'm going to have to eat that. Okay. Now listen, you're going to be keeping me warm at night, Little John. You understand that? Don't look that way. Have him on that pillow in a fetal position with Big Bubba on the backside of him. Wide awake with the tears running down his face. Little John's in trouble.
To damage you in any form, but they really want to damage me so I can no longer go back to work for you.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to happen.
No. Wow. So there you go. We got all kind of stuff happening. Lil Jon going to jail. Sound like a rapper. Lil Jon. And we got the 5-year anniversary of Jussie Smollett, all that stuff. We got Creepy doing the creepy things that he always does. Lie, can't speak, can't walk, can't talk, can't think, stuff like that. But then we got somebody else. Somebody I've grown to despise. He's right next to Creepy. Yeah, I despise Creepy. When I look at the people who just, if you were the closest you can ever get to hate without hating, because see, you don't want to. I'm trying to make it to heaven at some point. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go there with hate mark. But I'm like, okay, what's the closest you can get? Can I get close enough to sniff hate? There we go. When I look at people like Shift, he's one. Crooked Hillary, yeah, Joy Reid, but let's stick with politicians. Crooked Hillary, Shift, Mad Max, and Kamala Harris, but Joe Biden and then Mucus, they disgust me. Those two, because that combination right there has led to the worst scenario in our country right now. Bathroom Barry, yeah, he's up there too. But this situation, this combo between Mucus and creepy Mucus. We got creepy Mucus right here that done opened up this border, and it has created a mess. And it's finally time to drain the mucus. So I hope the Republicans are serious. Let's see what's going on with this.
Today is a grave day.
Yes.
We have not approached this day or this process lightly. No. Secretary Mayorkas' actions have forced our hand. We cannot allow this border crisis to continue. We cannot allow fentanyl to flood across our border, our criminals to waltz in undeterred. And we cannot allow a cabinet secretary with no regard for the separation of powers of the rule of law to remain in office.
Now, it only took you 3 years and some change to come to this conclusion. Do you know how much damage has occurred in the last 3 years while we're all contemplating on should mucus go? I mean, if you had mucus draining out your nose for 3 years and never addressed it, would you be a sane person? If that much mucus was flowing unabated and you're saying, oh, I don't need to put a plug in it, I don't need to get a napkin, everybody will be looking at you crazy. Dude, you don't feel all of that on your face. What are you, 2? Walking around with mucus everywhere? Stop that mess from draining. Mucus never stopped the drain. He sat back and watched these people come for 3 years, and the Democrats could have grabbed a napkin to blow the mucus out. They could have wiped the mucus away, but they didn't. I mean, the Republicans, rather. They could have did it. They could have did this when they took back over the House. And they went into more, well, we got to do an investigation. We got to go ahead and do some hearings. And that whole time, they're coming. So now, where are we at with this?
That is why today we present this committee with the articles of impeachment against Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Secretary Mayorkas' actions and decisions clearly meet the standard necessary for initiating impeachment proceedings. This historical evidence is overwhelming that the founding fathers intended impeachment to be used to deal with the commission of indictable crimes and the abuse of power, corruption, and injury to the nation caused by public officials, among others. At the Constitutional Convention, the framers purposely devised the impeachment power to include any offenses against the nation's security committed by high officials. Stephen Bradbury, former principal deputy and acting assistant attorney general for the Office of Legal Counsel at the Department of Justice, there is a settled understanding beyond dispute that impeachable offenses include both prosecutable crimes and all manner of gross misconduct in office that does serious harm to the U.S. political system or the U.S. constitutional order.
Get him, March. Finish him off.
The actions, policies, and statements of Secretary Mayorkas easily meet that standard, and the American people completely agree.
Boy, I'm talking easily. He jumped over that high bar and cleared it easily. So now, as high as the bar is for this person to get impeached, Mucus cleared it by a mile. Used to be one of them situations like, oh man, that record's going to stand forever. It was only one person ever in the presidential cabinet that was impeached. One. Yeah, and now here comes Mucus. About 300 years later, here I come. I'm going to break the record. So now he's up for impeachment, but the problem is the conviction in the raggedy Senate. Our Senate smells like Pepe Le Pew. So I hope the House gets him, exposes him, and builds such a case that it's almost hard for the Democrats to defend him. But we're about to see them try in 1 second. But first, we're going to see Mucus himself try to defend himself on CNN. And he's going to tell us why the Republicans are irrational and not trying to stop this crisis that I created.
Mr. Secretary, to the point of needing...
Y'all see that smug look? Now, what is this? What? What is that? I don't understand. Why is Mucus sitting there looking up? So let's see what Mucus is talking about.
Congress to act. What Senate Republicans are pushing for really right now is very similar to H.R. 2, which passed the House, the Secure the Border Act. And just to name a couple of things in it, restart construction on the border wall, increase the number of Border Patrol agents, limit asylum, narrow the president's parole powers. Why is that unpalatable to the administration?
Because they will stop me from allowing a whole bunch of illegal immigrants to come in, and it will not allow me to reach my goals of making sure we have 15 million new illegal immigrants in our country before they throw me out. That's why. Unreal.
I would say two things. One, we've presented proposals that address the situation, that provide real practical solutions, and also do not do violence to our fundamental values.
What the heck is that? Fundamental, you said, and also does not do violence to our fundamental values. How can you do violence to a value anyway? That's what I understand. See, Democrats use this bullcrap, these dang on word salads, euthanisms, all kind of, analogies and stuff. I'm going, what does that mean? What value do you have in regards to this border crisis that if you stop these people from coming would be attacked with violence? They use a word like violence. See, always want to make the other group seem hostile, angry, barbaric. So now all of a sudden, Mucus, without being required to explain what values he's referring to, because I'm sure he'd be like, the value to allow all of these people to come because of stupid, unnecessary reasons that I told them to tell us when they get to the border. So let's see what he's talking about.
We are a country of refuge. We do have.
There it is. Focusing on that. You could be all of those things, but you have to have guidelines and requirements, protocols, laws, restrictions. That is not just an open-ended situation. When you start saying we're a country that will take refugees in, you don't want to say, let's go ahead and say any reason. This should be small and minimal. There should be small exceptions for this. The world is not in that much chaos to where everybody's fleeing and running over here because tidal waves are wiping out the continent. Situations like something you see in a movie, okay. All right, yeah, you're looking at a tidal wave that's about to wipe out Australia. Of course, all you guys flee inland. Something like that. Right now, we're not at that. There's no real rational justification for all of these people to be coming here for refuge. But hey, here he goes.
Asylum laws, we do have.
Asylum laws that do not say, come one, come all for whatever reason you want to come. You dummy. You know this. You're smart enough to know that there are limited excuses to get your butt in this country. But you just want to blanket it like these laws are greater than me and I'm just honoring them. Even though I've broadened them, watered them down, made them murky, made them easier, but now I got to obey them. The same laws that I just twisted and bent, now I got to obey my own law. So you create a loosey-goosey law, and then you say, now I got to obey that one. But the law provides access to our country to also accomplish your goal and objective of bringing immigrants here. So I guess the other two, reasons for asylum wasn't broad enough for you, Mucus. Wasn't broad enough. Religious persecution and political persecution. That wasn't broad enough for you, you big peanut. So you want to open it up and make it broader.
Have refugee laws. We abide by our international obligations that are
refugee laws. Okay, that's cool. Refugee laws for who? What's the conditions that will cause them to be needing refuge here? See, you just throw that stuff out there. If you go back to the way it was, you wouldn't have all of these people coming because they would be going, oh man, you know what? I don't fit that description. I can't get to that border and start off telling them something stupid like I'm fearing gang violence, fearing climate change.
Long-standing, and so that is my response to that. Some of the proposals are reasonable and worthy of discussion. Others are frankly not.
Tonight, for the first time in 150 years, a cabinet official is staring down the possibility of impeachment. House Republicans accusing DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas of willful and systemic refusal to comply with immigration laws and a breach of public trust.
Absolutely willful. Absolutely. Without a doubt. You cannot tell me this was a mistake. You can't tell me this is just greater than us and we're doing the best we can and we're taking it to the cartel. You can't get up here and tell me that this is a regional issue. This is a yearly issue. All excuses we've been hearing from these people with no real justification. This isn't confined to just the U.S. People are all over the globe. What's the stats? Show me any country or continent or state or whatever that compares to the amount of refugees that are coming to the United States. So is it the same over in Europe? Is it just, hey guys, this is just asylum year, so we're always going to switch, countries here. Hey Ireland, we're coming over there to England, and y'all all come over here. We're just running in all other people's countries for what reasons? These are the point. You can't tell me that these people are running to our country and you're giving me reasons that you can't even provide, the proof to. So I'm going, show me the climate change. Where's that? What climate is making them come? Huh? Why aren't they all saying they're coming for climate change? Somebody show me the political persecution for these people. Well, if they ain't coming from Cuba, I don't want to hear it. Show me, somebody go and show me. These people fleeing because of their religious beliefs. These are things that I say, you say it, but you don't prove it, and nobody ever questions it. I need to see if there's a war going down to just destroy the country or a nation where they need to come from South America. Republicans have done a bad job with making them have to show up and put up. Because when Mucus gets up there and he says all this stupid blanket stuff, and nobody says, where's that happening down there in South America? You're saying they're coming for what? Nobody's going to check their work. You're going to take their word for it. You're going to wait until they show up at our border and they give you a pre-scripted statement. No, I have fleeing because the gang violence. What continent, what country are you from? Let me double check and see if that's really going on down there. And secondly, gang violence is not an excuse to come here. And if you didn't stop at another country first to get here, get your butt back down there. Simple stuff. Now, this dude needs to be impeached like 3 years ago.
Since President Biden took office, there's been a record 8.6 million migrants crossing the border.
Joe Biden has turned every community into a border community with his failed policies.
But Democrats blasting the move.
Here come the
House Republicans have clearly turned their ever-shrinking majority over to...
He's another one I despise. He is the epitome of a sellout. Not just because he's black, but he's also just as a man. Because Nancy Pelosi is running his tail, okay? Secondly, he shows no strength. He shows no character. He's not even his own man. This guy right here is just somebody that they concoction and built and said he'd be a nice, good black face to throw up there, and he'll push racism, and he'll say the stupid stuff that we want him to say, and all of that mess. And his policies happen to hurt black people, and people who are always constantly talking about racism, talking about, discrimination, and your policies hurt the people you're talking about or discriminated against, you're a sellout.
To the extremists. And this sham impeachment of Secretary Mayorkas is just another sad example.
Mayorkas, a key part of the negotiations around a...
Sham impeachment. It goes to show how evil the Democrat Party is. So they impeached Trump twice. Both of those were shams. They had constant investigations against against Trump. And they were all shams. The J6 committee, full-blown sham. Sham sandwich, in fact. All of that. Sham. But yet, the legitimate reason with the evidence. Now understand, guys, they're not impeaching this dude without no evidence like they did Trump. They're impeaching this guy with mountains and mountains of evidence. That 8-point-something million, don't forget that 1.8 million gotaways. Don't forget those 85,000+ kids that are missing. Don't forget all the terrorists that have come here. Yeah, but they're telling us it's a sham. Their whole party is a sham. Oh, sham.
Border security package, which Republicans demanded before they'll pass any new funding for Ukraine. Bipartisan senators are working on the border legislation President Biden vowed would help him deal with the crisis, including granting him new emergency authority.
If that bill were the law today, I'd shut down the border right now and fix it quickly.
If Joe Biden truly wanted to secure the border, he doesn't really need a bill. I did it with the current laws.
Republican frontrunner Donald Trump urging Congress to torpedo the deal for not being tough enough.
Please blame it on me. Please. Because they were getting ready to pass a very bad bill.
There you go. Trump said, lay that one on my shoulders. Nobody will blame me. You might blame it on me, but the people won't blame me. Because I agree with Trump. I'll take that blame. Yeah, that's one you can say, yeah, Trump said don't do it. Yeah, that's a good decision. Do not pass this bill that will allow what?
Provisions, it could still allow up to 5,000 migrants per day to cross the border.
That's no deal. That's no deal, man. Yeah, that's not even a deal starter. 5,000 people a day to cross the border. Just 5,000? What about 5,010? What about 5,020? What about 5,500? How many left? We at the 5,000 mark right here. All right, how many more left? Maybe we can squeeze those in a day. We don't want to sit back and have to process them tomorrow. Let's just go ahead. The rest of you guys, come on. Another 1,000. 6 here, 8 here. That's exactly what it would be. If they're not willing to monitor this properly all this time, do you think all of a sudden they're going to tighten it up and be able to cut it off right at 5,000 every day? Oh, that's it. Rest of you go home. Yeah, while they're processing the $5,000, they must have picked this number out of their butt because we need 5,000 people that will keep the Border Patrol occupied all day long, while the rest of the 10,000 illegal immigrants cross the border illegally. After we get rid of the barbed wire, make sure they got all kind of fences that's taken down. Yeah. So while they're processing $5,000 every day, what about the 10 grand that's running across the border somewhere else? This is so raggedy, man. But we might have a solution, and an unlikely one, because a Democrat had the nerve to come out and say, this is Trump's border solution. And I'm like, wow, this seems pretty interesting. Let me hear more about this border solution.
But Democrats and some Republicans believe Trump wants to kill the bill to boost his presidential prospects.
Donald Trump speaks about...
Here he is. He's about to tell us what Trump's border patrol policies is, man.
Immigrants with the same rhetoric that Hitler did, claiming that immigrants like me and my family, and I quote, pollute the blood of this country.
Now he starts off with a big fat lie. This young snotty-nosed, soft-core meat bag got the nerve to start off with a full lie. Immigrants like me and my family came here, are poisoning the blood of the country. And I'm thinking to myself, you dodo bird, you're trying to conflate two different groups of people. Your family came here legally, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You coming here illegally, that's a totally different category. Totally different category. So let me get this straight. You're going to judge two people the same way, even though two different scenarios. Here I am, I steal a gun and I go out and I kill somebody. Here I am, I have a gun. Somebody who stole a gun comes out to try to kill me and I shoot them. And you're saying both of them are murderers, they should both go to jail. It's equal. No, one is a lawful, one is unlawful. But this guy, here he is talking about some, you know what? That's the first start. Trump is using Hitler language, of course. But then listen to these made up, things that he says Trump is going to use. Here we go.
And he's admitted he even would like to see a recession happening this year.
What the?
But I want to remind the public and the majority that Donald Trump.
Will the gentleman yield?
I will not yield. I want to remind the public that Donald Trump and House Republicans also.
Now, see, these are the antics of the Democrats. Trying to do stupid little antics and stuff like these stunts that they think are cool, think are going to embarrass the Republicans, embarrass Donald Trump. And what do, y'all? We take it and run with it. Yeah, we flip that mess. We jujitsu their stinking tactics. So here he is. Now we're supposed to take this dude serious. This dude spends his time bringing in some poster boards. I see a crocodile. He sent somebody actually out there to go ahead. I need you to take a picture of a crocodile. Go and blow it up and bring it. Okay, there go. Oh, we're going to knock the socks off with this one. And we're going to really show how stupid the Republicans are. And only shows how stupid and unserious the Democrats are by doing this stuff. Here we go.
Also have their own ideas.
What? Like what?
So let's review the majority's border ideas that they've actually presented.
Okay.
Here they are. Donald Trump actually has said that he wants to build alligator moats along the border. That's one of his incredible ideas.
Sweet.
Another idea that Donald Trump has promoted is he actually wants to electrify the border fence and maybe even put some spikes.
Yeah, damn right.
Thank you, Homer. I mean, this guy's point. I'm like, no, wait a minute. Yeah. If I hadn't thought about that yet, I am now that you're mentioning it. I'm like, throw some electric on that fence, because I did see some people climbing up it. Yeah, put a little bit of electric on that fence, Yeah, put a taser in it. I want all kind of stuff on that fence. What else on the fence?
Border. That's another Donald Trump and MAGA majority border idea. Another idea.
You got to put some spikes on the top, y'all. So we got an electric fence. We got some spikes on the top. We got an alligator moat. How cool is that? It would be like a castle. We might as well put a moat out there and a drawbridge. What else?
Which I'm not sure how well it would go, is he wants to actually bomb northern Mexico with missiles.
Just innocent people. That's what he's saying. I don't know how well this goes. He's saying these things because he's hoping people won't say, I know the real context of what Trump was talking about. Only dummies will go, you know what? You hear what Trump said? He wants to blow up North Mexico. He wants to just hit them up for no reason. It's innocent people just because they're Mexicans. Just because they're Mexicans. What people in that area are actually doing things that might result in them getting blown up? What people might be doing? Are you talking about women, kids just walking around, going to school, minding their own business? Or could it be that he's talking about the cartel that is operating in our country due to the lax policies and the coordination of the Biden administration? Could it be he's talking about taking it to the cartel for real? Unlike Mucus, that we are taking it to the cartel as they continue to grow and make more money. And now they're in like 50 states operating in the United States. The same cartel that have billions and billions of dollars and weapons and are killing folks and sending drugs across here, feel like they own our southern border. Yes. So don't be bringing this up like it's a negative, man. Trump's not out there going to do the stupid stuff like the Biden administration did, where he droned innocent people. Oops, our fault. We won't do it again. Yeah, that's it. We're talking about, somebody said I'm froze. Am I froze on somebody's screen? It looks like I'm moving over here. Yeah, if I'm froze, refresh. So yeah, we're not talking about, just guys over there with sticks and stones and stuff like these dudes got rocket launchers. They got all kind of stuff. And they are willing to fight to keep that power, that control over our border. And if they're already that close and doing business on our border, bomb them. This is how you solve stuff. See, what you do is you make a very clear announcement from now on. Anybody smuggling drugs or smuggling people to our border. First of all, the people that you are smuggling need to know you're putting yourself in danger if you are allowing the cartel to send you to our border, because we are targeting the cartel, and we assume that if we see some infrared footage of a whole bunch of people coming to our border, it got to be the cartel. That should be our assumption. Got to be the cartel, because we done told y'all, anybody who come trying to bring drugs across this border, you might get droned, you might step on a minefield, you might get all kind of stuff happen to you, man. So don't come. So now if you are that person that say, I still want to go to America that bad, I'm going to go ahead. First of all, the cartel would say it ain't worth it. If we got serious about that and said, look, we're going to go ahead and have drones flying up and down our border with all kind of technology that will recognize you. And if we see that you are trying to smuggle, we are going to come down on you like the hammer. See, that'll solve the problem. If not, it will slow it down really, really low. Really low. We got satellites that can see a nickel on the ground, but we can't see these people coming across our border. Burns me up, man. So now here he is talking about bombing them, but he ain't talking about who we're bombing. We're talking about taking it to the cartel for real.
That's another Trump idea.
Yes.
And finally, I think one of the ones that I think is the most grotesque is suggestions that instead we should maybe just shoot migrants in the legs as they cross the border.
Now, I've never heard that one. But you know what? I mean, you got to figure, you're invading our country. I mean, if I start scooting across Russia's border full speed and they pull up in a truck, because you know that's what's going to happen. You'll get maybe like 100 yards before somebody show up to stop you. They would be riding and they'd be going, stop, stop. And they might put one in my leg if I'm lucky. But they'll probably put one in my chest or my head. See, that's all I'm saying. If somebody jumped the White House fence and start running towards the White House, what do you think Secret Service would do? See, this is how you got to break this down to these dummies. When you don't know people's intentions, they don't belong in your facility, your country, your building, your whatever. You have to think that you must have bad intentions because you know that you're not supposed to be in here. Did you know that? So now here they come running towards the White House. Pink, pink, pink. You might get lucky and take one in the leg. But then again, you might get unlucky and take one somewhere else. So he's saying these things like, these people have a right to be here. He's saying these things like, okay, now first of all, I don't even know if Trump said that. But secondly, the things he's saying, trying to mock Trump, all I'm doing is going, you know what? Somebody said Noxzema, the border. Yeah, that's right. Spread some Noxzema on it. But hey, I got some new ideas too.
So once again, the Donald Trump and MAGA plan is alligator votes.
Yes.
Bombing northern Mexico.
Well, yeah.
Shooting migrants in the legs. And electrifying the fence and putting spikes on it.
Darn right.
That is the Donald Trump border plan.
But wait, you left some things out. Oh, bear traps. There we go. Let's get some of those. Don't forget lions, tigers, and bears. Pit bulls. Yeah, let's get some of them down there. Yeah. Ooh, killer bees. That'll slow them down. Let's get some killer bees going. Bullet ants. Oh, they are painful. Oh, dump a whole bunch of them down there. What else can we throw in? You sprinkle in. Oh, yeah. A genetically altered predator flea. Y'all see that? That's what we need to do. Put some genetically altered predator fleas down there. And then why not just bring the man himself? Just bring the predator. Let's get the predator down there on that border. Yeah. Oh, and don't forget, we need lots of scarecrows. Lots of scarecrows. And then a picture of Nancy Pelosi digging up her nose. Yeah, there you go. One of those right there will scare a whole bunch of people away. Yeah, we got scarecrows. Then we got scary Nancy right there digging up her nose. And then, of course, if they're really serious about coming, put that boogeyman down there. Yeah, throw the boogeyman down there. But just for safekeeping, bring in Baba Yaga, the man who kills the boogeyman. That's right. Nobody's crossing with what's his name? John Wick. Yeah, we need John Wick down there. Baba Yaga. I once seen him stop 50,000 illegal immigrants with a freaking pencil. A pencil! Did you hear that? Send John Wick down there. with a pencil. So guys, look at that. Here they go calling us out, talking about the stupid ideas that we have to stop them from the border. And what do? We take advantage of it. We sit back and go, I don't see what the problem is. These are issues? You say, what? Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and fire it. Beetlejuice. I'm talking everything. Send all of our things that we have in nightmare. Let's send Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. Let's get them down there. Let's get those guys down there. So yeah, that backfired. That guy is right now being mocked all over X and stuff like that. But you know, if all of those things don't work, we'll send this last person, which we're going to close out the show tonight, because I have a personal little, I don't know, taking this kind of personal in a good way. Yeah, I got a personal joy about what happened to this person, y'all. So this person would probably be so annoying. She would be a deterrent if we send her down to the border. Remember her, y'all? Check her out.
Wealthy should pay their fair share.
Yes, wealthy should pay their fair share.
She's in Congress.
Share? What percentage?
So you're saying that you're saying that they're paying their fair share is what you're saying?
No, I'm asking what percentage is a fair share.
She don't know.
The same, if a third of my money is going to taxes, then I think a third of their money should be going to taxes. Well, it does.
Now, how did she get in Congress? You know, I sometimes wonder, like when I see black Democrats, I think they take advantage sometimes of inner city districts who are undereducated in regards to politics. They have a low political IQ. And they just know that if I'm a black person that says black things and pretend to be on their side, and, you know, they'll vote for me because they don't understand the bigger picture. We want to keep these areas ignorant because an ignorant mind is easy to be controlled and manipulated. And so now here I am, if I'm over a district that all my people are mostly black, and I ain't talking about, you know, there are certain districts, it ain't just black, like, because you can have black areas, but they're middle to upper class. Talking about, you know, you're over a district where the average person's political IQ is not high. You can pull off getting in like a Cory Bush. Same thing with AOC. When you're in a liberal city, see, it's not just confined to black. You go up there to a liberal city, they base their voting on other things as well. Black people might base theirs on, you know, thinking all slavery, racism, all that stuff. You go up to New York or you go out to California and you see some of these people who get put into office and you say, how in the world did they do that? Well, you get a whole bunch of liberals who have a very low IQ, low voter IQ. See, so they'll end up voting for, you know what, this person's talking about reparations. This person's talking about DEI. This person's talking about fighting against systemic racism. And we think those things are nice. And you'll pull off an AOC. It burns me up, man, because I'm saying, if somebody watched this and you had a higher IQ, a higher political IQ, you would be going, this person, I can't believe she got a job, period. But somehow she finagles her way right into one of the highest positions in the U.S. And she don't even know this stuff.
I'm trying to understand, because you realize the effective tax rate on the poor is less than it is on the rich, right?
Okay, so first of all, I'm not the poor. I'm very close to that line, but I'm not the poor.
Okay, so he never called you poor. Yeah, right now you're just trying to readjust to the fact that you have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. Everything he's asking her, I'm making it up right now as I go. And now she reverted to asking him to help her. So wait, you saying, how much did they make? Okay, wait, so like if ever. Now he got to school her. Unreal.
The effective tax rate on the middle class is less than it is on the rich, correct?
Crickets.
What fair share?
She didn't even answer. She has no idea. But somebody voted this chick in. Oh, it breaks my heart when I see this stuff. I'm going, how did she get past that? Nobody showed this video to these people. Did they see even afterwards? She like won twice. She's been in there for, 2 terms? Good grief, man. Nobody must have ran against her. This clip alone would have destroyed her if they would have played that.
Where would you like to change the tax rate to on the wealthiest percentage of Americans so it's a fair share?
So let's say the wealthy 1% could pay, let's say if they paid, let's just give them 45%.
Pull that right out the butt. Okay, all right, let's say the what, you know what, let's just say give them 45%. That's how you're doing legislation? And it probably is. The Democrats up there on the hill, when they get together and coming up with bills, let's just pull out a number out of our butt. What do you think, Frank? You know what about that 50%? 50, yeah, let's give that a shot. See if we can pull it off. Let's see just how much we can take from the American people. Let's see just how much they can take. Let's come up with irrational solutions, ideas, throw stuff on them and see just how much they can take. Any company that has more than 100 employees, have to make them get the shot. Where'd you get that number? Let's just say 100 employees. That's how they get numbers. Let's just say. It's not, well, you know what? I actually studied this. This is the reason why, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 100. And now here she is in the news, y'all. Oh, now to really understand while I'm gloating over this, you have to go back to this clip right here where she put on a performance for the ages with her ugly tail.
I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend $10 more on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So
now calm down, Crumbs Creature. What's wrong with you? Dang on it, you ain't on the corner somewhere talking to your girls and stuff. So what? Man, look here, I ain't about that right about now. You know what I'm saying? Go home, first of all, and take that 12 to 13 pound weave out your head. That's the first thing you need to do. Okay, that's why your head bouncing side to side like that. But now here she is getting mad because they called her out on spending all kind of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on private security for herself while also saying, let's get rid of the police.
Get up and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police.
No, we need to defund the person who put that weave in your head. That's who we need to defund. Dang on it, somebody go track down all of the horses that's running around with no tail in Washington, D.C. Okay, tell them, man, we sorry. We're going to pay y'all reparations for this woman stealing all of y'all tails. Dang on it. Not to mention, we need to defund Congress right about now because you ain't did nothing. You're a congresswoman for nothing. Except for laundering money, perhaps.
Put that money into social safety.
2 years later.
This breaking news now. Sources have confirmed to Fox News that far-left Democrat squad member Cory Bush of Missouri is now under federal investigation for misusing federal security money.
Oh, that's not a good look right there. I stopped it right on the part where I have to close one eye. Yeah, she's not looking. Oh boy. The makeup ain't covering up all of those zits on her face. Good googly moo. You big, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, see? So she replaced that big fat weave with a big fat another weave of braids. Dang on it. So let's continue.
Bush has spent more than $750,000
on hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries, because she looked like she about 35 pounds heavier than she was when she didn't know what she was talking about. Talking about something, let's just say 47%. Yeah, she's been living large. Look at that. Done put on some weight. Got herself married. Been running around the country blaming everybody for racism, called everybody white national. You know how it is. A little too high for her britches. That's what she got. And now all of a sudden, what?
On private security since she was elected in 2020. Now remember, these are the same people who defunded the police, but then had to have private security. A watchdog has also demanded that the Federal Election Committee investigate $62,000 of that money that Bush paid to her now husband. He was her boyfriend back then.
So she pulled a fat fanny? She pulled herself a fat fanny. Or she could have pulled herself an Ilhan Omar or Mad Max, because I'm noticing Democrats be hiring either family members or they'll hire a soon-to-be husbands, because Ilhan Omar also paid her white husband a whole bunch of money, almost like $1 million to run her campaign. And I'm thinking, wow, didn't marry him. And now I'm sure she's reaping the benefit of that $1 million. So I think Cory Bush might have pissed the wrong people off. Therefore, they're like, okay. And see, they know these are ways that these people operate. And Cory Bush probably thought everybody else is doing it. But Cory Bush must have pissed the wrong people off. And the deep state, I'm pretty sure they control these people like that. As long as you stay away from the third rail, stay away from certain topics, don't become too controversial. This is an acceptable thing that we all do. Ilhan Omar did it. Like I said, Mad Max, she should be investigated. But now all of a sudden, Cory Bush is being investigated. So you're probably pissed off the wrong people. And now all of a sudden they're snooping around looking at that money you spent.
She hired him to be a security guard from her campaign account. You may remember Congresswoman Bush, one of the big proponents of defunding the police in 2020. I mention it again because look how much she spent to make sure she certainly didn't defund her protection.
There you go. Now, what do you think this woman's going to do if she be found guilty? First of all, she's going to yell, I'm black. The reason you did this, because y'all trying to take me out, because God put me here to save all the black people, and I ain't even do nothing, okay? Swinging that weave around all over the place, just in case somebody get too close. You better back up. You better back up. They be like, easy, calm down. Somebody go get a chainsaw. Now, she's going to do that. She's going to yell, I'm black, I'm a target. Now, I don't know how she's going to somehow say it's motivated by Republicans, I guess, because this is all coming straight from a Democrat DOJ at this point. So she must have got on somebody's bad side. But what is she going to do? Number one, if she has to pay legal fees, defend herself, and is found guilty. Number two, if she is out of Congress, what do you think she's able to do? Just goes to show the actual level that a lot of these Democrat politicians are operating on, because you can't imagine them doing anything else outside of being used by the Democrat Party. Right now, all they're worth is being an open vessel to push policies that the Democrat Party, pushes. That's it. You start taking, if AOC loses her job, where do you think she's going to go to work? Who would hire an AOC to run their company? She could barely run her own brain. If Cory Bush loses her position, you think she's going to go into a firm or somewhere and work? No. She would be struggling. Be like, people would be looking at her probably like, man, wasn't that the congresswoman? Why is she eating out the trash can? Yeah, you might be going into McDonald's like, I like a number. Wait, are you Cory Bush? Yeah, just hurry up. What you want? Oh, okay. Wow. You've fallen far from grace. Almost all of them. When you see some of the most radical ones out there that are being pimped out by the Democrat Party, they're safe as long as they tote the line, they don't become too controversial, and they keep using these people for race baiting moments. They use them to bubble wrap the party. They use them to say, we're diverse. We got women, we got the lions, tigers, and bears. We got them all. They use these people for that, not their qualifications. So then when they lose their position, it's back to the hood. Now, when her tail goes back to the hood, do you think she's going to be asking, we need to defund the police? She's going to be saying, somebody send the police. But hey, it is what it is. And I'll be right there to be like, did you call the police? Yeah, who are you? Kevin from Kevin's Corner. I intercepted the call. I just want to let you know that nobody's coming. Okay, nobody's coming. Well, where are the police? Oh, they're there. They're there. I intercepted the call. I managed to block all your calls. You can never call them. See, there you go. So you are the police now. You're responsible. You ain't got $80,000-$90,000 anymore to hire somebody to protect your life. Yeah, you got to do what the rest of your people in the hood does. Dang on hypocrite. Now, God bless y'all. God bless America. Thanks for kicking it with me tonight. Yeah, man. So if y'all come up with any new ideas about stopping the illegal immigrants from coming, I mean, so far we got all kind of stuff. We got the scare. I'm going to get the scarecrows, okay? Y'all meet me down there. I'm going to go get the scarecrows. Somebody else go get some crocodiles, because we can't just have alligators. We got to have the crocs and the alligators. So, it's just going to be one of them situations where we bring anything down there. I'm talking dust mites. Just bring some dust mites. Bring everything, man. Bring everything. So hopefully that'll slow it down, because Biden ain't doing nothing. So thanks for kicking it with me. Pictures of Hillary in a bikini. Oh yeah, that one almost made me bust a gut right there. Anyway, so yeah. Hit that like button, share my videos, follow me on the other platforms. Please subscribe to my Stop and Think About It channel. I'm gonna be reading these later on tonight, cracking up, man. All y'all, what y'all saying? Let me see. That was yeah. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy reading these. Y'all entertain me after I entertain y'all. You know that, right? With your comments, and I go back and read them. Now, don't forget, I do have a link below this video for my monthly fundraiser. If you want to support that and you want to drop a nickel or two in there, feel free. You can do that by just clicking on that link. And don't forget to hit, let me see, check out the corner store. Oops. Check out the corner store. And I took the number off of here for some reason. You know what? The number is 3306. Let me see if I remember it. 3307. Crap. Don. My short-term memory is 330-647-4. Oh, man. I'm close. See, I just always say it. I never remember. That's where we're at now in today's society. Remember back in the day, you had to memorize numbers? You meet a little cute girl at the store. What's your name? Janet. Hey, Janet, can I get your number? I ain't got nothing to write it down on. I'll memorize it. Yeah, it made us think. If you wanted Janet's number, you better memorize that mess. All right, so 330-974-4607. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it. Yeah, and I think that might be it. Let's go ahead and get ready to get out of here. And I'll see y'all back here tomorrow, Thursday, 7 p.m. Yeah. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care.